Okay, I want to start off with what I call the open chord concept. You know, on a piano there's so many keys available. 88 keys typically have all those strings, so to speak, and on a guitar we only have 6 strings. So we're pretty outnumbered. So the idea is to try to get the most out of this 6-stringed instrument. And one of the ways to do that is what I call the open chord concept. It's to take advantage of all these strings instead of just like in the key of D sometimes can be very limiting. You know, you just kind of have those 4 little strings there. But in the key of E, which we call the ultimate guitar key, you just can take advantage of all these open strings here. Oh God, you are my God, and I will ever praise you. Just watch some of these chords. Oh God, you are my God, and I will ever praise you. I go into another song. Better is one day in your courts, better is one day in your house. I could sing of your love forever. I could sing of your love forever. Let me just stop there for a minute and show you what I'm doing. This all revolves around this sort of what I call train tracks, where you take your ring finger and your pinky of the left hand and you put it on the G and the D string right there, and you're going to just slide those fingers up and down. They're never going to leave. Can you hear that? It's a neat sound. And they're never going to leave the guitar neck. They're just going to be gently laying on those strings, and we're going to move through this chord progression, and all we're doing is sliding those fingers up and down, and as we do that we're just changing the bass notes. So we start off on the 1 chord. Okay, we'll call that the 1 chord, and then we move up to the 2 chord, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then what we'll call a 7 chord, and then back to 1. And it just allows us to keep this low E in the bass, walk up, and keep all these strings ringing out. And it's kind of like instant modern worship as far as the sound. You know, instead of going E, F sharp minor, G sharp minor, A, C sharp minor, back to E. Sometimes those kinds of chords can be very traditional, which is not bad. But it seems like taking those same chords and using this open chord concept, it somehow gives it a more modern sound, okay? So I'm just going to go back to that for a minute and play through some songs and just get a visual of what I'm doing here. I'm just allowing these high strings to ring out, and I'm just changing the bass notes while I slide these fingers up and down. So, see you high and lifted up, shining in the light of your glory. Lord, pour out your power and love. Slide up as we sing holy, holy, holy.